Hi guys, it's me, Teresa Perrin. I just wanted to give you an update regarding EVFM because they had their earnings this week, and I must say I was extremely impressed with the earnings call. And long term, guys, this company is gonna be an absolute banger, and I think we're gonna be rewarded for everything that it's going through right now because its current price absolutely does not have anywhere near close to the value of what this company is and is potentially going to be going forward, guys. It was such a bullish call. Literally, I added money the very next day. I'm pumped. I'm very, very pumped. There's a couple things we need to go over that are very important going into this week. And as you can see, the shorts are trying extremely hard to keep EVFM from getting their 10 days above $1 before the August 22nd deadline. If that does not happen, don't worry, they are not going to be delisted. The worst thing that can happen, guys, is that they do a reverse split, which the shorts have been taking advantage of this company for a very long time. If you've looked at the 5-year chart, the 1-year chart, you can clearly see that. And unfortunately, guys, I think they're trying to get the price as low as they possibly can before they cover that short and buy a boatload, because the potential in this company in the future is unbelievable. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the earnings call. And I'm also going to go over the short interest and where we stand for this week with the Ortex update. So let's start with EVFM earnings. And just remember, nothing I say is financial advice, so please always do your own DD. I currently have 2 positions in EVFM, which I'm going to expose to you for, full disclosure. I am long, and I have a long-term hold that I've had now for probably 1.5, 2 years. It's been a long time that I don't even look at, guys, other than adding to it after the earnings call. And the other position I have is I opened as a swing trade, which I got in at 85 cents. But I'm also considering adding to that because I know something great is coming. My determination, though, is trying to see what happens over the next couple of days, because I feel like they're trying to force this company to do a reverse split. And at the rate it's going, I think they're winning. And I'm hoping they don't, because this company doesn't deserve this. But guys, if they do, then that's going to be an opportunity for us. Because generally what happens with a reverse split is they will short it hard going into it. Then once the news breaks, which if they see that they're not going to be in compliance, I think we'll get it fairly quickly, because they probably are thinking the same thing and know that this is a game that's being played right now, because they're very undervalued. And I think that ultimately, as much as I want to say that the Bulls are going to win, unless somebody with a lot of money comes in and jacks this price up hard, I think the Bears might force them into this reverse split, which generally when that happens causes the shorts to continue shorting it after the fact to try to get it as cheap as they possibly can. And then all of a sudden what you'll see, sometimes a few weeks down the line or a few months, depending whenever the Bulls start taking charge again, when it turns around fast and hard. I want you to look at the ticker EDU and look at what happened to it after its reverse split. Just study that chart a little bit so you can get an idea, because I believe that is what's going to happen to EVFM. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully they don't have to do another reverse split, because they don't deserve it, like I said. And, it stinks for us short term. Long term, it's fabulous. So if that happens, what I would recommend is, holding off to add on to your position until the shorts are done playing their game. However, if you start to see the price trending upwards this week, then the potential is there that, they've decided, we just wanted to play it to the very end, and we know this company's good. We're going to let it run now. I don't know which way it's going to go. I'm just preparing you for both scenarios. All right, let's talk about the earnings call. So this is what makes me extremely bullish. The contraceptive market is a $7.9 billion industry. And EVFM with Phexxi has the only FDA approved product that doesn't affect a woman's ovaries because it's hormone free. And guys, that is huge. And I know if you've watched me and you've heard me talk about Phexxi before, then you know why I say that that's so important, because hormones can be horrible to a woman's body. Trust me, I know, because unfortunately I had some female issues that caused me to have my uterus removed and then my ovaries, and forced me into menopause in my early 30s. I started menopause, okay? And they put me on hormones and they made me sick. They did a lot of very, very bad things, including blew me up like a balloon for no reason. Like all of a sudden just weight started packing on and I couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. I'm like, I don't even eat. What the heck? Guys, hormones are a horrible thing for any woman. They're horrible in birth control. If women have like sensitivity to medications and to hormones, I mean, I struggled too when I was younger with birth control for that reason. So this product being hormone free is going to make so many women, especially women that, you know, have cancer and other things where they can't take birth control with hormones because of what the hormones do, because they can make the cancer grow faster. So this has the potential to reach so many women, and I'm really bullish with that factor all in all. But all over the past year, they had, let's see, an 8% decrease in operating expenses in the last quarter, and a decrease in research and development costs, and a significant decrease will occur in, they're going to have a reduced cost in the third quarter, but a significant decrease in quarter 4 and beyond, because a lot of their research and development costs are being spent on the stage 3 clinical trial that they're doing right now, guys, because that product Phexxi is also can be used as a spermicide. And right now the stage 3 trial, which is having very good results, which we should hear about in October, is proving that they prevent chlamydia and gonorrhea, which I'll get into in just a few minutes. They expect to be a cash positive company by quarter 4 of 2023, which is huge, guys, because right now they're a growth company, so they're currently losing money. But that's going to change within a year. And once they start making positive, watch what happens to that share price. It certainly won't be trading at $1 for very long. That I can promise you. So the NASDAQ granted continued allowance of them to continue trading up until August 22nd without having to do the reverse split, as long as they have their share price above $1 for 10 consecutive days. So guys, obviously that time's ticking down. We're getting closer. It's August 8th. There's the weekend. They need to start doing this. I haven't looked into the exact, but let's see, 8, 7, 15. They in order to stay compliant, they need, guys, to close above $1 for the next 10 days. So let's hope that they do it. This is getting very close. If not, we know what's coming. Let's see. There are 16 new developments since April 1st, 4 new data sets published, 99% prevention of pregnancy with Phexxi. Guys, 99% is absolutely huge for birth control. The pill is somewhere between 96 and 98%, I believe. Some of them even less. Some of them can be in the low 90s. So 99 is huge. They came up with a chart that they've been distributing to OBGYN offices that replaces the old outdated charts, because it assists with education about the different concepts that contraceptions that are available, including, of course, Phexxi. So that being in those offices, guys, let me tell you, as a woman who goes, to the gynecologist, when you're there, undressed, sitting on that table waiting for the doctor to come in. There's nothing to do except, look at the walls around you. So that chart, I think, is going to be a huge asset to them because it's obviously made by Phexxi. So I guarantee you there's going to be Phexxi written all over it or somewhere in it. And certainly educating people about the opportunity that Phexxi provides. So this is a fabulous tool that I think they're very intelligent to come up with. They've been getting a lot of media attention through People Magazine, NBC News, CNN Business, and so many more. Phexxi has been issued a 4-year shelf life, which is an increase from previous. So that's great because that means that, they can produce more as it becomes more widely known and accepted. They strengthened their leadership team. They have a national template formulary with 28 million participants, and that allowed them to remove the prior authorization, which cost $35 for each prior auth, guys. So I want you to understand that is huge because if they don't have to spend that $35 for each prior auth by being in this national database that has 28 million participants in it, think about how much money that's putting directly back into Phexxi's pocket. As you're all aware, the Supreme Court, June 24th, Roe versus Wade was the biggest catalyst and opportunity for growth that they've ever seen. They expect another strong 30 to 35 million for guidance for the year. That's what they expect to bring in, 30 to 35 million. And so they are on track with guidance. They didn't change that. Group health plans must, this was another huge catalyst that came out. So the U.S. government said that group health plans must cover contraceptives with no copays. And that's only for, of course, FDA-approved contraception like Phexxi. So, guys, the fact that women now don't need to pay the copay on this is huge. During the call, they gave an example. If they got 1% of the population to have Phexxi, of the potential women, obviously, in the population that are of these ages that are on, contraceptives. If they got 1% of that market, guys, and they ordered 4 boxes per year, their revenue would be $298 million. If they got the doctor to order at least 6 boxes per year, that would increase to $447 million. And guys, if they had essentially what most people I would expect would eventually end up getting, 1 box per month, then that would double and be just shy of $900 million. This has huge potential to grow. I mean, absolutely humongous. And that's when I say that we are at the ground level of this investment. And I don't see there being an opportunity like this again. Once they start moving upwards, it's not going to go back to these levels, in my honest opinion, especially when these future quarters come up and they start showing the revenue growth and go cash positive. This is gonna boom like we haven't seen. And in October, when they come out with the study about chlamydia and gonorrhea and potentially get FDA clearance, because they are on the fast track designation for Phexxi being allowed to be used for prevention of chlamydia and gonorrhea. Once they get that clearance, guys, which they expect to happen in the first half of 2023, the amount of users and growth is going to be unbelievable, because now it'll be being used not only as a contraceptive but as a spermicide as well. And I mean, I can see the government placing a huge order to have in their health clinics, because it prevents STDs. I mean, this is phenomenal. I can't wait till October to hear the report of how the case study went, but from the sounds of it, it's going phenomenal. So just so you guys are aware, 2/3 of lubricant users said that they surveyed, they would replace their current lubricant with Phexxi because it prevents chlamydia and gonorrhea if it were to get FDA approval. 49 million people use spermicide and lubricants. So that's unbelievable. Imagine packaging this up as a lubricant and selling it. Imagine how quickly this would grow, knowing that it prevents STDs. Guys, I mean, if this doesn't make you bullish, I don't know what will. It's phenomenal. They also went into some of the potential revenue for that. You know, the most important fact I would say is that 49 million people use lubricants. That is absolutely crazy to think about the revenue that alone could build for this company. And 60% of women that get chlamydia have no symptoms. So it's really serious because it also can prevent women from getting pregnant later in life. That's one of the leading causes of infertility. Unbelievable, guys, the potential that this medication has and the ability of how it's going to change things going forward. I mean, imagine like knowing that, you know, those people that are promiscuous or whatever, or, you know, they don't know if their partner is contagious. You're dating, you don't know what the person has. This product alone could prevent you from getting 2 horrible STDs. I think this is huge. I can see it also being, you know, put on college campuses and other places where, you know, there's a lot of sex happening in high schools, other places. You know, let's get real. Sex is everywhere. So the opportunity is going to be everywhere. This is one heck of an incredible opportunity, in my opinion. And after the Roe versus Wade, Phexxi saw their biggest spike for an increase of demand. They had a 16% spike right after that alone. That's crazy, guys. And I think it's going to, you know, get even bigger. So the big thing with Phexxi is it allows sex on demand without side effects and with pleasure. Because again, it's you know, a contraceptive that's also a lubricant. What more could you ask for? And like I said, chlamydia is the top reason for infertility. So once that information's released, just get ready because I really think it's going to be huge. And like I said, October, we'll get the readout for the STI study. So that will show us what percentages of sexually transmitted diseases it prevented for chlamydia and gonorrhea, and hopefully will be the data that they need, because it is the phase 3 for it to go on the fast track and early next year be approved by the FDA. And guys, once that happens, watch how quickly this flies. So, like I said, I have a long position and I also have a swing trade. And some of that swing trade too, I might plan to roll into my long position because I really believe in this company in the future. And I saw this, you know, a couple years ago when I heard about this product. And now we're getting to that critical level, guys. I am extremely bullish on Phexxi. If you haven't done your DD, I highly recommend you do it. I just wanted to give you some of the key takeaways from the earnings call. Now let's get into the short interest for this week, because it also has a potential, guys, to have a short squeeze. So can it get any better than this? I don't think so. All right, let me bring that up. Obviously, there's no surprise that the short interest has increased because we all saw what they did after that fabulous earnings call. It was pumping on Friday, and they shorted it even more. Check this out. They borrowed 1.5 million shares and only returned 573.16 thousand shares. So the short increased 11.76%, which it's now at 27.63% short, guys. When I tell you this has a massive potential to have a very nice run up, hype play, or even a potential short squeeze, you better believe it does. The cost to borrow average is 169.79%. That is also increasing with a max of 228.17%. Guys, I am praying hard for this company. You know, back after Roe versus Wade, it ran up. It got 8 out of the 10 days, I believe, or on day. I can't remember if it got the 8 or on day 8. If that was when they decided that they were going to short attack them and got it under $1 again. You know, shame on these shorts. They should be ashamed of themselves, and this should not be allowed, guys. It's absolutely disgusting. Now, there are no failure to delivers due on Monday, but let's take a look at the failure to delivers that are due on Tuesday and see if that could potentially help us. This is actually quite interesting, guys, because you rarely ever see Fintel have a higher short interest than Ortex, and in this case we do. According to Fintel, the short interest is 35.38%, and the off-exchange volume in the dark pool on Friday was 48.39%. No surprise there. Let's see, go down to shares available. Currently, there are 250,000 shares available to short, so they can still short us more, unfortunately. And according to Fintel, their last cost to borrow was 86.34%. So we'll see how that works out. Guys, again, it's very strange to me how Ortex and Fintel can sometimes be very off. Look at those failure to delivers in June. That is absolute insanity. Oh my goodness. It's never been that high in the past year. Look at that. That's crazy. All right, let's see. We are going to be looking at the 5th. So, July 5th will be what's due on Tuesday, and they still need to come up with 1,769,280 shares. Guys, that is a huge amount, and let's hope that that gives them the push they need to get those 10 days. I really, really hope that this company does it. They deserve it, and enough's enough. Time for them, you know, the shorts to stop ruining the potential of this company and trying to make them have to keep reverse splits. They've done enough already. Anyways, that's my opinion, and I'm sure many would agree. It's just absolutely insane what they're allowed to get away with, and it's disgusting. Clearly, I guarantee you, these massive spikes in short interest here were probably the 2 days that they needed to get that, you know, 9th and 10th day, or right around there. Because look at that spike, guys, and this is exactly when it happened. This absolutely makes me sick to my stomach, because this is just so wrong, and this is just not fair to EVFM. Like, EVFM, how would they like it if somebody did that to their daughter's company or their son's company? Shame on them. Anyways, that's it for tonight. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, like and subscribe.